through no man's land.
I went to the shop like 4 times.
Excited what to see up there.
In my face.
It's really amazing. Welcome to Smiling Eagle Alex, Kyrgyzstan part 1 of 5. It's amazing you're joining the adventures today during my journey from Germany to Nepal. Following from the previous episode, we are still in Tajikistan, heading northbound on the Pamir highway to the Kyzylart Pass. The border between Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan is closed for locals, only open for foreigners, and the road is actually mirroring that. Where there is asphalt, it's pretty good because no trucks are destroying it, but where there's no asphalt, they're not gonna build it. Life is about happiness and freedom, but also about wisdom, so stay tuned for the book recommendations at the end of this episode. We entered Kyrgyzstan in the south at Sary-Tash. I continued to Osh and further off-road towards Kasaman, and from there on the new highway towards Isiku Lake. The adventure then shall continue at Sunku Lake, where I was staying overnight with nomads. From there I took the road to Naran and up north, where I wanted to camp wild in the mountains with not such a good happy ending. The plan then was to go to Bishkek and via Toktugu Lake back to Osh and down back to Sary-Tash in order to exit into China via Iskartan Pass. So we did customs of Tajikistan. We got the exit stamp and now it's 20 kilometers through no man's land.
At 4,280 meters above sea level, the Kyrgyzstan-Tajikistan border crossing at the Kyzylart Pass is one of the highest and most stunning border crossings in the world, as it goes along the M41, which is more popularly known as the Pamir Highway, and that's one of the most epic roads on earth. We were lucky that the weather was dry and we had excellent sunshine. I would not recommend doing this pass when it was raining, at least not on a motorbike, because this would be a pure torture. The road is a historical branch of the Silk Road, which has been used for hundreds of years. However, the real road was only built in the 1920s and 1930s. The rain and the road is rather rough, but the views were tremendously stunning. If you want to cross the border there, you need to have a special permit, which you can get through a selected number of agents, which charge around 15 to 20 US dollars. For all
other watchers who just joined recently, I will link the playlist of all the previous episodes for you below. And then we reach the immigration checkpoint, which is run by the military. Don't forget to get your customs paper for the vehicle. I can tell you, riding down that road was a mind-blowing experience which I will never forget. And then we saw this wall of sand in front of us, and we were just so happy that we had good air filters. So if you do this tour, get a good air filter, use your OEM filter, which also is fine, but be sure you clean it or get a spare pond or go with a Glück or add some pre-filter onto it, because there will be sand in the air and it will certainly soak your filter. So when my Norwegian friends decided to go to Lenin Peak, I headed further north towards Osh. After more than 1200 kilometers on the worst road I've ever ridden, I was so happy to have soft tarmac underneath and lying into the curves, having fun. Just amazing in Kyrgyzstan. You are warmly invited to support my charity engagements in Nepal. You gladly find the donation link in the description. If you like this episode, certainly give it a like, comment below your thoughts, share it with your friends, and certainly hit that subscribe button to not miss any of the future adventures. After a long day of riding, I arrived in Osh at the ABS hostel. It was pretty dusty today, as you can see in my face. This mountain in Osh that you can see from everywhere. And I thought like I'd just go there and walk up to see, because I love walking up to mountains. I think it's called Sulayman Mountain. And I just found it's a UNESCO World Heritage Place. So excited what to see up there. So I'm in Kyrgyzstan now. Osh is a city with 300,000 citizens. It rather looks like a village, now a town. More like a town. I'm on top of, I think it's called Sulayman Mountain, World Heritage. There's kind of a small mosque where some kind of Suleiman person had prayed in the past. His knees should be marked kind of into the stone. And yeah, it's quite nice here. We are pretty much above the city, and I show you also the other side so you can see that. It's actually very central. So the city seems to be built around this thing. There's a drone flying above me, which is weird. Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's not a drone. It's just a flag. There are some sand dunes over there. You can see them in the background probably. It's really amazing. Fantastic. Wow. Well, two things interesting here, I think. First of all, World Heritage, and they're setting up a electricity line up here, which looks very weird from the bottom as well. You think there's a gondola. And also there is a graveyard. I think it's just like holes. Not every grave has a stone. And I was wondering if all these graves are there, and if it's raining, I mean like the water goes down the hill. Happy day from Osh in Kyrgyzstan.
So I'm here now for, I think it's like 3 nights past, and I wanted to share my experiences with getting online here, which is a little bit more difficult. I got the Beeline SIM card on the first day. They activated it, they put it into my phone, and then said like, my phone is not activated here, it's not registered with the government, so I need to register it. It's now 3 days past. I went to the shop like 4 times for them to kind of help me registering it. It's just a pain. It seems to be like a new law that you have to register a phone right away. In the past you had like a 30-day grace period, but now they give you 3 hours. It's just not working. You have to scan your passport, upload it into a web page, and it's not very convenient to do. And I mean, like, as soon as your phone is blocked, you cannot receive verification SMS codes to log into your account, which is it's an error in the system. So you need to have somebody who has a registered phone already to kind of receive these codes, and yeah, it's crazy. So I just came back up from the shop. They scanned my passport copy now the second time, and they said like it takes like 30 minutes for the people to approve. Let's see.
Am I in Italy or in Kyrgyzstan? No, that's lagman, a traditional local dish. Let's do a short riddle. What kind of food do you think that is? Write it down in the comments below.
That was part 1. Let's see what part 2 will bring.
It's raining. Okay, it is really cold. I have no idea. This is so crazy, but it's really beautiful up here. And tonight I'm gonna sleep in a yurt. And yeah, good to be here.
Book recommendations to become a wiser person. The 4 Agreements, a practical guide to personal freedom. German title, Die vier Versprechen, written by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a self-help book. It outlines a code of conduct based on the Toltec teachings that purport to improve one's life. It has some religional background, but it's full of wisdom that will help you to become a happier and more balanced person. As we are talking traveling and happiness, I can recommend you to have a look into Asking One Question, which is a novel about traveling and finding meaning and happiness. It comes with loads of inspiration about happiness from all around the world. It's written by myself. Check it out now. I will link both books for you in the description. Thank you for joining the adventures today. It was great to have you. If you like this episode, like it, comment and subscribe right now so you don't miss any of the future adventures. I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, take care, and certainly always ride safely.